Travel Tuesday with Travelbug Rose on E-Radio.
It's time for Travel Tuesday right here on E-Radio, and Rose just had a very exciting time in Porterville, and she's going to tell us all about it today. She was up in the sky as well. Rose, now you're down, hopefully.
Yeah, well, this is actually one of the reasons why I actually went and visited Porterville was for flying, and I didn't actually go with my own car, so I didn't get around and actually to get to explore a little bit more than I wanted to, but I'll definitely have to go back. But while I was there, I asked a lot of questions about the town and a lot of, looked around, and I was like, wow, what an interesting little town. I mean, I didn't realize that Porterville was actually just, the side of Tulbagh and Ceres, which reminds me of the wine farms and the greenery. This place actually consists of huge wheat fields.
Oh, wow.
Huge wheat fields. Never seen so many wheat farmers in my entire life. It's incredible. Well, they say also they farm canola there, but we'll only know that it's canola if I go there in winter. So, yeah, I'll have to go and have a look, see in winter maybe. Maybe if next time I'll fly Porterville, I'll definitely make sure that it is winter time, because I had a hectic experience.
Now, wait, tell us all about it, because I'm seeing these beautiful pictures, but I can't imagine what it took to take these pictures. Tell us about what happened. Was it the wind?
So we left Friday morning, early, 3 o'clock. And we're going to Porterville. Now, somebody said to me once, promise me you'll never fly Porterville. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll never fly Porterville. Anyway, packed our bags and anything. I packed my glider and off we go. But my intention wasn't really to fly. My intention was more to be the bucky bookie, to drive the guys around, because they are big fly guys, Anyway, we get there on the Friday and we dash off and we register and we get up on the mountain, and we are already, the guys are, and Johan was like, come on, you're going to fly. And I'm like, no, I don't know, Anyway, so I decided, okay, let me just walk up with my glider. You don't have to fly. And so eventually, all sorted out, the glider sorted out. And Kane is the youngest and bravest, so he took off. And he just went up into the sky, and then Johan was like, okay, well, maybe you should fly, maybe you shouldn't fly. And I'm like, well, decide which one is it. Am I going to fly or not fly? So I just pulled up my glider and I went. But the whole idea behind this whole thing was that, this is the place where you actually do cross-country. And I've always wanted to do a cross-country flight. But I've never had the best conditions for it. So anyway, one of my guys said, just make sure you thermal go up glide. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go thermal up and glide and see how far I get.
Yeah. And
when I got to about 20 kilometers, this glider of mine did a very interesting pitch and roll, and I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh no.
Oh my God. So I started flying over the wheat fields, which in summer actually is like a cooking plate. You have no idea how hard I worked to keep that glider open.
Yes, like it. Now I can imagine.
At one stage, my whole glider had like a frontal collapse. It looked like a little rosette in front of me. I dropped like a few meters and it went pop open, and I grabbed, you kind of grab your brakes, quickly jabbed it, and then popped open. And then I was like working this glider, and the only thing was in my mind was like, please let me just find sink. I want to land.
Oh my word. So how did you get down eventually?
I pulled big ears, and I eventually got a little bit of sink, and then I pulled big ears. Big ears makes you go down very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Then I managed to zigzag my way down onto a little farm field.
And then
26 kilometers, which was my cross-country limit that I had to do. But I think I French kissed the ground when I saw it.
I'm sure. Yes, like your heart must have been racing so hectic. That's like, why am I doing this?
The thing is, I was like kind of, oh my god. I mean, shit. But I wasn't panicky or terrified. I was completely calm, and that was a crazy thing. I was like flying with hectic conditions, and still thinking to myself, I hope I get my 26 kilometers. I'm like, are you nuts? So anyway.
But you live to tell.
Definitely, yeah. And I never choose easy conditions to do anything in.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, an unforgettable experience for me. I promised that I'd never fly it again. 2 days later, I was back on launch site and flew again.
You see, that's it.
Condition.
That's our girl, Rose. Yeah. She's so adventurous. Sy skrik vir niks.
Yeah, isn't so now. But besides being, I mean, very interesting that Porterville actually falls under the bigger region of paragliding tourism. And it actually consists of quite a few areas. And Porterville actually has like the name as the South African flying site, and it's famous all over the world. And it's lovely to see how Porterville actually embraces paragliding as a sport. You know, there's obviously the farmers and around, people, there's always people dynamics involved with this kind of stuff. But it's really embraced, the town's really embraced the sport. And they get a lot of international visitors there, which is great, a great tourism attraction. And I never understand the whole thing, why, all the crap with paragliders. These people we fly gliders that are so quiet, doesn't make any noise. You're in the sky, but so is helicopters and airplanes and cars and all those things, But it's still a beautiful sport. So I was very, very, very impressed that they embrace tourism so much, and that their launch sites are so good, and that it's really been managed so well. So I'm very well done to them. But the interesting little thing about Porterville, it's this tiny little town, and the mountain ranges around there are amazing. There's Olifantsrivier Mountains, and then which is Porterville's basic on the slopes, and then there's a Groot Winterkoek area, wilderness area also around there. And then to the west, you're going towards Piketsberg. And it really looks like a basin. And then on top of one of the launch sites we were at Duskip, there's a place called Beaverlack, which they've done a whole bunch of trails, and there are these beautiful lake areas, and apparently there's great rock paintings, of ships. Funny enough, we have the mermaids here in the Karoo, and these places were actually different paintings of ships, which is quite interesting. So you never know where these things come from, but it's in this area. They have something extremely unique. I wanted to first tell you about this Beaverlack. So the people who bought this place called Beaverlack were Canadian, and they saw otters in the water, and they thought they were beavers. And lac is a French word for lake, so they called it Beaverlack. And it's supposed to be otter lake.
Yeah. That's where it comes from. Okay, that explains the name.
They got it all wrong. But there's a museum in the area, in the town, which I would love to go and visit too. But the most interesting thing is that there is a flower that grows in this area. It's called the Disa uniflora. Apparently they are red and yellow. That I've spoken to, and I've asked the questions about this, and they only grow in this area. And they have tried to take this flower and they've tried to grow it somewhere else, and this doesn't want to grow. And one of the reasons they discovered is that this actually gets pollinated by a little beetle, and this beetle only appears in this area.
So it's exclusive to the area. Wow.
Yeah, specific to that area.
Wow.
These days, I think it was mostly a farming town. As I said, there's huge wheat fields there. It's like a cooking plate for flying.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the photos. It's incredible. Oh, it's beautiful.
Really, 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 really awesome. But it's attracted a whole bunch of obviously as life goes on, these small towns attract more. They attract artisans and they attract artists. So there's a lot of that starting to happen in the town as well. A little bit of the arty-farty kind of part of it. But if you in the main town, and these cute little coffee shops, there's one called Oppie Coffee, and then there's one called Rendezvous, and then we went to the coolest place. So every day, now we're living here in Wilderness and it's nice and cool. Every day after flying, it's like hot as hell, and we land somewhere in the heat, and then we got this. There's this little place up the N7, so you go up the Citrusdale Road, the N7, to a place called Carducci. And Carducci, if you're ever driving that road, it's a must stop. It's a farm store with a restaurant, and we had these huge milkshakes, and there's this little farm store. Lekker. We had a long chat to the owner of Carducci, or the owner's son, and he was telling me, because they had packed waterblommetjies, and they'd buy the meat from the area, which they got their own butchery, they got their own bakery, they've got dried fruit, they sell vegetables from the area. So it's really a community little farm store where it only brings mostly in community stuff, which was divine. So yeah, like Carducci, that's a very very cool place. Yeah. So if you, that whole region, I'm starting to explore more and more. So I think so. If you,
let's say, Jay,
if you ever get to that area, it's Porterville is quite an interesting place to stop and go and have a look. See, go to the Flyers Lodge if you're a paraglider. There's lovely accommodation in the area, and even if you want to just get away with a little bit of escape, go and camp at Beaver Lake or go and rent a cottage or something like that. It would be very, very nice. Just make sure you take your cozy whip and your sun hat because it gets bloody hot.
Yes, yeah, I can imagine, but I can actually see the heat in your photos. Just give us your social media details again for all our e-radio listeners who want to go and check it out.
Yeah, so my social media pages is all at Go Travelbug. It's on Twitter, on Instagram and Facebook. And you can follow my blog, which is www.gotravelbug.co.za.
Yo, thank you, Rose. Yeah. Another great experience, eh? And look at all the photos you brought back. It's stunning.
Oh, next week I'll be back in that area. I'm going to be in Ceres, but I will do a little bit of exploration. Maybe I'll go find something else that's interesting in that area.
Lekker. I'm already looking forward to it. Yeah. Rose, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Have a lekker beer.
Thank you. I will do.
Thanks, Rose.
Take care.
You too. Bye.